Saturday again, and in the garage and in the yard, you know, gotta do the yard work at least once in a while, right? But it ain't looking too bad. Trim that thing all up. Try to mow and get as much leaves up. These trees don't help. Like, I bagged this. Like, I literally raked it all up. Look at this. That was just from this front, and it's already back. Like, come on, man. Trying to get some grass to grow, and you're making it impossible for me. We're back to today's video. I got a couple comments saying that they can see my motor moving when I go to take off, like in first gear or reverse, which I never even noticed because you know, I'm inside the car, obviously. Like, I can feel it moving, and I just didn't know really what it was. Let me try to angle y'all. Something like that. All right. Watch the motor. It doesn't move at all, right? Not at all. But I'm guessing when I go to drive, it moves a lot. Hopefully my hood doesn't fall down. I just have it on this little like rod that I found randomly. But I'm gonna try to move it, and y'all hopefully we'll see the motor rocking. Hopefully you guys can pick that up on the camera, but I can kind of see it looking over the dash now that the hood's open. I could see whenever it does make that squeaking sound, the motor is rocking back. So another comment I had was when the motor rocks, the alternator might be hitting right back here, which I have some scratch marks. Let me see if I can get a light up in there for you guys. Right there, you can kind of see it down in there. It's hard to see on camera with the light, but there's a little scratch mark right there. So maybe he's right. Maybe it's just tapping right there, and the metal pulleys hitting the like little frame rail right there, and it's making that squeak sound. So if that's it, I'm gonna be happy because I can either take the alternator out and then hit this in a little bit farther. Maybe when I put it in 15 years ago, I didn't smack it in enough. I probably should have clearanced it a little more. It doesn't look like I did too much. It looks like I smacked it 2 or 3 times. I see little dents right there. Other than that, I'm gonna check the T-bar in the back. This T-mount bracket, I wanna make sure, damn, it's hard to get in there with the camera. But I'm trying to make sure that's all good. So I'm gonna start with that first and make sure everything's tight, make sure it's all the bolts are in there, which I see one right there. I got 2 on the other side. So all the bolts are all in there. Yeah, all the bolts are in. I'm just gonna make sure everything's nice and tight, and most likely I'm probably gonna have to take the alternator off and bang in that frame rail. test drive around the neighborhood. She feels great. I really love driving this car around. It feels like a little go-kart. Like I just want to like race around, but I keep it respectful in the neighborhood, you know. But let's go ahead and get it jacked up so I can check out that back mount. So as we're letting the exhaust cool down a little bit, Just go over it with you guys real quick. So I do have Hasport mounts on here. When I did the swap, I got their full kit. So it was the mounts, the brackets back here, mounts back there with the T bracket. Same thing with the transmission. Comes with that whole mount right there, and then it also came with the hydraulic to cable clutch adapter there, which I heard those fail a lot. So I'm probably gonna have to just get a slave cylinder on here, a master and a slave cylinder one day when I redo the car. And guys, eventually I am gonna redo the car. Like I said, I'm just bringing this car back from dead. Like, it's been in a barn for years and years and years, moved all around different places. And me just having my own place to have it and being able to drive it around my own neighborhood is good enough for me right now. But eventually I am going to redo the car, redo the interior, get it all back to EF spec, take out all the windows, all the glass, everything, repaint it all, redo the motor bay, maybe sell the B series and throw a K in here, all-wheel drive, turbo. That would be like the end goal with a limited budget. Tight, they was a little bit loose, maybe from 15 years ago, or maybe because I got a giant ass ratchet now. But yeah, so those are good and tight. The other ones on the other side are good. The only thing I did notice, I don't know if I'll be able to pick it up on camera or not. Oh man, so hard to get the phone in there. See if I can zoom in or something. You guys might just have to take my word for it. But all the way in the back. Wait. I wish you guys could see this. I don't know why I can see it with my eyes, but you guys can't see it. But all the way right back here, right where I'm pointing the light. That last bolt. It's tight as can be, but I can see a gap, like a millimeter gap between the head of the bolt and the actual motor mount itself. And I tried, I couldn't get it any tighter, so I'm guessing it's the wrong bolt. So now let's see. Hopefully I got a bolt. I gotta get that one out. Unfortunately, my my ratchet wrench, it ain't ratcheting no more. So gotta do it the old-fashioned way. So it's gonna take me a little minute to get that off, and then I'll be back with you guys. So just got done getting these out of here. So right now the motor mount is just sitting there. It's lined up still, but these are what I ended up getting out of there. So this one was in the back, and it was too long, and it had like a little tiny bit of light coming through, like something like that. And so I know that was not all the way tight. It was, I mean, it was as tight as I could get it, but it wasn't going down. So the bolt's obviously too big. This one was in the front. I don't know if they were just reversed, because the one in the front was a lot smaller. So I might just try that. Maybe I just put them in backwards. So hopefully that's all it was, and get back with you guys. So ended up going through my bucket of hardware here. Whole bunch of like miscellaneous Honda bolts and stuff. End up finding two that fit perfect. Threaded right in, and she's tight now. So hopefully we're good to go with that. And I'll take her off the jack stands and try her out, see what happens. All right, let's test it out and see if it moves, if it got any better or not. Let's see if it was any better or not. We'll see in the footage, I guess. He was moving that much. I still heard the squeak sound a little bit, so I don't know if it's still hidden. So next step would probably be to move the alternator out of the way, smack it a little bit, put it all back together. But for today, that's all we're gonna really get done. We'll pick back up in probably in the morning.